Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I will be presenting to you my review on Elta, a new condominium at Clementi which will launch on 7 February 2025. This development is a joint venture between MCL Land and CSC Land Group, both very renowned developers. Situated at Clementi Avenue 1 in between Clairvon and Clement Canopy, the condo comprises of 501 units with 2 blocks of 39 stories each. The condo has 1 basement car park and a 3-story high multi-level car park, and it is expected to be completed by March 2029. So let us take a look at the unit mix for this development. 42.9% of the units comprises of 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom, and these are usually for investment purposes. The remainder, 57.1% of the units comprises of 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom and 5 bedroom, usually bought for own stay purposes. So we can see from this that the developers have actually built this for their buyers to purchase with an own stay perspective in mind. This development also has 401 car park lots, providing plenty of parking for everyone. Based on statistics and research that other property investors have done, a condo with a tennis court is proven to be more profitable. As we can see from here, Elta has one. Not to worry, I will do up a video to show you the research on the profitability of condos with tennis court versus those without. So stay tuned for that. Now let's see how much the developers have actually paid for the land. The developers actually paid 633.45 million for the land, and as you know, in the past few years, the government has increased land price, affecting prices of all residential properties in Singapore, HDB, EC, condo or landed. So this price is actually 4.03% higher than the second bidder. There are 6 bidders, and also anything less than 10 to 15% than the second bidder is a healthy competition. Now let's see how much the developers should sell Elta at. They will incur construction fees, land financing fees, professional fees, marketing fees, and whatsoever not, giving them a break-even PSF or price per square foot of 2156. On top of that, we will add on 15% for the developer's profit, so I would say that Elta should be sold at a fair price of about 2,400 to 2,500 PSF. Seems like a hefty price, no? Let us see in the next section on pricing strategy. But first, let's take a look at what are the amenities near Elta. Firstly, Elta is just next to Nanhua High School, 1 street away, 1 minute away. Next, you have accessibility to food courts, supermarket and shops, just 3 minutes walk away. For connectivity, you have 8 minutes walk to Clementi MRT, which is not too near but also not too far in my opinion. Clementi MRT is your East-West line and your future Cross Island line coming up in 2032. Not to worry, there will be free shuttle service from Elta to the MRT, so on rainy days, you will be kept dry. The condo is also close proximity to NUS High School and also the future Dover Knowledge District, where many educational institutions will be at. This will be beneficial for families with children, ensuring good educational hubs for them. Now let's dive down to whether Elta is expensive or not expensive. Firstly, we need to compare the price of Elta to that of our neighbours. I've listed out the condos near Elta and also near Clementi MRT since they are in the same area, facing the same demand. The latest one we have is Clairvon at TOP in 2024, selling at an average price per square foot of 2020, and the oldest one being Regent Park TOP in 1998. So starting from Regent Park 1998 to Park Condominium, we have a 13-year and 469 PSF gap. Next we have 100 Trees and also Tri-Link, having a 4-year and 44 PSF gap. Lastly, we have Clement Canopy and also Clairvon, just side by side, separated by Elta, having a 5 years gap and a difference of $145 PSF. You can see, there is usually a gap between the old condos and new condos. So why are new condos more expensive? This is simple. Firstly, it's due to the government increasing land price. Secondly, it is due to the lesser number of years on the lease. And if you look at Regent Park 1998, remaining lease probably about 67 to 68 years. Clavon TOP 2024, remaining lease probably about 94 to 95 years. If you were to get a same size unit, maybe a 1000 square foot unit, will you pay the same price for an older unit? Definitely no, because it has about 30 years of lease lesser than Clavon. So the price difference is to account for the lesser number of years of lease. Now, we know how much the condos around Elta are selling for. We just need to know one more thing. Harmonization. Elta is a post-harmonized project, while the rest of its competitors are pre-harmonized. What is this thing that the government decided to implement in 2024? Post-harmonization does away with the computation of aircon ledgers, and it is usually 5% of the strata area. So let's have a numerical example to ease the understanding. Let's say we have a condo worth 1.788 million. We will keep this constant for pre and post harmonization to understand the difference. For pre harmonization, we have a 745 square foot condo inclusive of aircon ledge computation. This works out to be about 2,400 PSF. So a post harmonization equivalent would be a 700 square foot condo without computing the aircon ledge into the strata area. This works out to be about 2,554 PSF. Just think about harmonization as a new rule to calculate the strata area of your house. Usually, there is a 5% increase in PSF for post-harmonization and a 5% decrease in strata area. So bearing in mind post-harmonization and also plugging in Clavon's pricing, since it is the nearest condo and the newest condo next to Elta, we can do our pricing comparison. The developers of Elta have launched their indicative pricing, and I've noticed that it's fairly similar to Nava Grove. Nava Grove launched on 16 November 2024 at an average PSF of 2448. So applying that to Elta, I would say that they will launch at an average of 2450 PSF post-harmonization, and if you convert that to pre-harmonization, it is 2328 PSF. This is a $300 PSF difference from Clavon, which will be a 5 years older development compared to Elta. So if you were to ask me, that is a decent pricing taken into account what we have learned about increased land pricing and lesser lease years. Other than looking at selling price, we also need to know whether the area, being Clementi itself, is a what area or not. We need to see if Elta's competitors have high transaction volume, because that gives opportunity for profits. So first, let's look at Clavon. And they have 85 profitable transactions with 0 unprofitable. See, these owners only held for 3 years and they earn almost 900,000 in terms of profit. We can also see that the owners here, they buy a bigger unit with bigger square foot, and therefore they can earn more profits than their smaller counterpart. If you look here, 1356 square foot earn more than 12181 square foot or even 1130. Next, let's look at Clement Canopy. 125 profitable transactions. This is also just next to Elta. And 0 unprofitable. Holding period about 3 to 5 years. And 430k being the highest and an average of 360,000. There are those who held more than 6 years and profit was almost 900,000, but I've excluded them from this research. But you can see, these two condos next to Elta being Clavon and Clement Canopy are highly profitable. Finally, let's look at Park Clementis. This is the one nearest to Clementi MRT station as compared to Clavon, Clement Canopy, and also Elta. 225 profitable transactions with 0 unprofitable. Wow, Clementi area, no unprofitable transactions at all. Do note that I chose these 3 newest condos at random based on my list and not on purpose for positive research. The sellers only held 3 to 5 years and made a massive profit of $1 million. That is really impressive, and Clementi's average profit, as I've seen, is much higher than that of Tampines. Since I've done my research for Treasure at Tampines, and the average profit is only about $300,000 to $400,000. So now for the results. For location, I will rate it a 6 out of 10 since it's an 8 minutes walk to MRT, but there are nearby amenities. It is also near expressway, which is the AYE, so pros and cons. Next, For price, I'll rate it a 8 out of 10. From my pricing analysis, you can see that I feel that Elta is decently priced, and I hope that the developers will sell at a price so that everyone can make money. Remember, the key to capital appreciation is buying at a good entry price so that you have the room for appreciation. Also, comparing OCR pricing, Elta is much cheaper than Trump Park or even the condos at Jurong. Lastly, exit strategy. Clementi area has a strong demand. Looking at the number of profitable transactions, rental for condos are also much better than other districts. Elta is also near good schools, being situated near the future Dover Knowledge District. Therefore, I'll rate it an 8. Overall, Elta deserves a 7.3 out of 10. So, next, if you're wondering whether you can upgrade to Elta or not, let's take a perspective of a HDB owner. If you hold, let's say, a 4-room HDB flat that just MOP'd, it is currently worth about 800,000 to maybe about $1 million. This will probably fetch you about 500,000 cash or CPF of profits if you were to sell. Next, husband and wife, let's give a monthly salary of 7k per month with each 100k savings. That will give you a maximum loan quantum of $1.6 million as of 2025 interest rates. So you will have a budget of about 2.3 million for Elta, and then you can try for their 2 or 3 bedroom unit. If you own a condo instead, maybe you are an EC owner that just finished your MOP, or a new condo owner that just hit the end of 3 years so that you can sell without paying SSD, then your condo is worth at least 1.5 million to 1.8 million for a 3-room condo, and this will give you a cash or CPF amount of about 1.1 million if you sell. With the same income and savings of the couple that we looked at for HDB, you have a budget of about $2.9 million for the house. Therefore, you can try for Elta's 3 or 4 bedroom unit. Just some final things to take note of in the current market. Supply is at its highest now since 2018 with 7 past launches and another 31 upcoming launches. When supply is high, prices stagnate, so you will be buying in low. When supply starts to be scarce, then price will start to increase. So you see, with proper guidance and knowledge provided, everyone can make money together. If you like this video, please remember to like, share and subscribe. I will be uploading more of such videos to provide you tips and also tricks on how you can invest or own your own residential property in Singapore. Follow me on my YouTube, Instagram and TikTok at HouseGuide. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.